So I've heard recently a lot about green certification when it comes to building a green space. And I'm familiar with organic certification when it comes to food and products for consumer use. And what's the difference, similarities between the two? Can you just tell me more about green certification?
Well, there's certification of people and products and buildings.
Oh, three different ones.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Can you start with the people?
Okay.
Just tell me a little bit about that.
So people can become LEED is what the U.S. Green Building Council has leadership in energy and environmental design, LEED.
Okay.
So AP means accredited professional.
Ah.
And so it's a lot harder than your driver's license exam.
And I had a tough time with mine, so.
And you don't have to be an architect, engineer, or contractor, but you need to have at least been around kind of the building design, land kind of work and trade and businesses to even be fluent in the material.
Okay.
You have to have a familiarity with that. So anybody who's an interior designer, contractor, subcontractor, appraiser, inspector, whatever, could go get their LEED AP, and that would be a fantastic thing
Wow.
to do.
Okay.
Because it demonstrates that they really are fluent in all the kind of extenuating different aspects of green. It means you're well-rounded. Now, NARI and NAHB, those are both contractor organizations. NARI's kind of more in the West Coast, and NAB is kind of more, Midwest. They have a little weekend seminar somebody can take. and at the end of it, it means they've had some exposure to green.
And does that make them certified the weekend seminar?
It does.
Really?
So to have to memorize volumes of information and do, hours and hours of study group and attend several weekend lectures and pass the LEED exam, you're fluent in a lot more material than just somebody who had a weekend seminar.
So I want to make sure that...
Some's more than none. Some is better than none.
Okay.
And then there's a bunch of universities now who are offering green degrees.
Really?
So you can get a master's in sustainable business. It's kind of like an MBA, but it's like a green MBA. There's 2 different campuses in the San Francisco periphery that have those degrees offered. And Sonoma State has like a green general contractor bachelor's degree, like a 4-year college degree. Obviously, somebody who has that kind of credential has a little bit more expanded repertoire than someone who attended a weekend seminar. So I say, everybody who's out there who wants to become green, go do all of them.
Makes sense. Yeah, we've got the people covered, but that's just the starting point. So I'm investigating the people, their background, making sure that they're understanding what my needs and desires are for my project. But then also we've got building material certification as well. So got my people in place, and what could you tell me about the building material certification process?
Well, let me just walk you over to this other spot to talk about that.
Okay.